me. I want that person.
It's a real good story.
Yes.
No, I'm glad he lived. But the award.
Good boy.
I'm switching my answer now. There we go.
I was just gonna say you want it because you're so sweet and innocent.
Travis.
There's a semi. Game on!
I love my dear. I say it every time. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Squad Pod. I can't believe, first of all, I cannot believe it's April 1st. Can you guys believe it's April 1st?
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. And you know what? I was just thinking I had an April Fool's. I was going to change my name to Strusfansky as my thing to see if anybody would notice. And I forgot to do it. So I failed my April Fool's joke, you guys. Before we get kicking off, though, we do love to remind everybody to check us out on YouTube at Bougie Sports. Subscribe. That way you don't miss anything that we have going on. And you can watch some past episodes as well. We also have a fantastic new website that Yvette put together, bougiesports.net. So you can see everything there as well. We are all over social media, Bougie Sports Squad on Facebook, X, and then on Instagram as well. We're Bougie Sports on Instagram. So how are you guys?
I'm doing very good. How are you ladies doing?
Fantastic. Did you guys any of you guys get tricked today for April Fools?
At work, they told us that they were closing out permanently our HR chat room and it's effective immediately.
That would give HR a heart attack.
Yeah, so that was pretty funny. For a second, I was like, "What?" Okay, and then they were like, "Aha!" So that was pretty funny. But no, nothing crazy for me.
So far, not. We've still got 4 hours, though.
This is true. I'm still waiting for some practical joke here. I do feel like I live in a frat house at times. So,
yeah, right? I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So we have some good fun today. We're going to talk a little bit about the Cavs. We're going to talk about some great things that we have coming up here at Bougie Sports. And we also have later, we're going to really kick off the Guardians. And if you remember last year, we kicked off the season with Stadium Mustard Shots, and we're going to do that again later. And look how well they did last year. Look how well they did since we did that shot.
We got to keep on the tradition, and this time I actually got my own. So
there you go. It's ceremonial.
Yeah.
You'll have that for the next 50 years.
That's right. I'll be in the nursing home.
Yep.
Actually, you should only use that same Stadium Mustard for just this. Put it on. Do not touch till opening. Or sorry.
And it will last. It will last.
Yeah.
It's got an expiration date though. I'm a big expiration date person. Yeah.
My daughter, my little one, my youngest, she'll be like, "This is expired."
Yeah,
Mom.
that's me. I'm like,
do you remember the lady on that commercial? I think it was the Geico commercial. She's in the fridge going, expired, going through all the stuff in the fridge. Is that you, Lana?
That's me. I'm the expired lady.
I mean, I would have to go grocery shopping to have things expire. So. It doesn't expire on DoorDash.
Oh my God.
That might be one of the funniest things you've ever said.
It's funny because you know it's true.
You are not lying.
I know.
We are definitely going to need to, if Yvette and I lived close to each other, we would have a podcast, Lana teaching Yvette how to cook. We're going to start out at the grocery store and then on. It would be hilarious.
Yeah.
I would love it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, let's get some things started.
Yeah, let's talk some Cavs. Yeah, so they've won the 4 of their last 5 games it was. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I haven't been able to watch all of the games. Been basketball mom duties.
Yes.
Those duties call. But I did sneak in some basketball time at a birthday party the other day. that was fun. Well, I mean, it was at one of those urban air parks. So I grabbed a beer and grabbed my laptop and watched the Cavs game. And
Yeah.
it was a great game. They beat the Clippers. That was the Clippers game. So,
Yeah, that's a rough one because the Clippers beat them in the past this season. So, yeah, that was going to be our fun. And I knew watching it the whole time, like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so close. I just know it's going to be close. And it was. Friday night surprised me. Their loss to the Pistons, that surprised me a little bit. But it did, but it didn't, because they had such a long road trip on the West Coast. That's hard. You know,
Yeah.
we know how that is. Time change is hard. Adjusting back, and then they're back home, and then they're they're home a night, and then they're right back up. Then they're in Detroit. I mean, it's just a lot of travel, and it's a lot on them. So,
absolutely.
They're human too. But they've been killing. I mean, Evan Mobley, geez.
Yeah. Yeah. For a while there, Mitchell was in a little bit of a slump because, thanks to him, I lost several parlays. But we won't even go there. Serious, man. I was like, oh, are you kidding me? So there's just a few games where I'm just like, dude. But I'm excited to see the Cavs play tomorrow against the Knicks. That's always a good game. But outside of that, you've had some fun times in regards to the Cavs lately, haven't you?
I've had some fun. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I'll go backwards in time. We can start with last night. I know a lot of people have been commenting and whatnot, but last night was an event for Max Strus's Family Foundation.
Yeah.
So it is a foundation that he created just this year, and it's really small. It's literally like himself, his sister's the director, his assistant Jake, or I shouldn't say his assistant. It's actually his manager Jake is actually very involved as well. He looks like his brother. It's crazy. It's funny, but anyway. They are, they've had this foundation set up in Chicago and in Miami, where he has obviously played previously and grew up, but bringing it now to Cleveland, and it's to help youth, mental health resources, very heavy into not really so much cancer research, but more helping those with cancer, with their daily needs and whatnot. So it's a fantastic foundation, really. It really is. I'm not just saying that because he's cute.
Where can people donate to his? I think you have the link on your page, don't you?
Yes, MaxStrusFamilyFoundation.org. You can contribute there. You can donate there. You could do a one-time donation. You can do a recurring donation. So.
And are you doing a recurring donation?
I am doing a recurring donation. Yes, I am.
What kind of donation is that, Lana?
Well, I have a couple of donations. But I'm donating.
Well, tell us more about the dinner. Let me go ahead and pull up a few pictures. Okay. I know you shared a lot of them on social media, but it's fun for you to talk about them. So we're going to talk now. We can't see this very well, but I do know that it was fancy because the menu is in cursive and stuff. So
it was at a very small, newer wine restaurant in Akron in the Merriman Valley. And the chef there, the executive chef there is actually Max's personal chef. Wow. So that's how they kind of connected the two. And so this was, and I didn't even think about this. I know what a wine dinner is, but I'm a dope. And I didn't even think about it when we went in there. I was like, we got in there and I went straight to the bar. So like the first people there, and I go in and they've got like this sparkling white wine. I'm like, oh yeah. So I'm slamming these down, right? And the next thing you know, here comes the menu. Well, what I don't realize, even though I looked at the menu, was all these plates that came out came with wine, like the accompanying wine. And then later on, they were giving us 2 glasses per. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like you two were having a blast here.
I mean, it was dangerous. It was
How many in were these here?
It was a dangerous amount of wine. And matter of fact, I couldn't even really go down the red road after a while because I had so much white that when I started it on the red, I was like, I don't think this is going to be a smart idea. So I didn't. I kind of stopped it. The food there is phenomenal.
Wow.
Phenomenal. It really is. But
Oh my gosh.
yeah,
You guys look beautiful.
that was it. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
And
Yeah.
everybody must know where is Lana's hand?
Behind. And we have a video. I have a video I can show you where my hand went.
Okay, let's
this
check it out.
And this video, I'll preempt.
Yeah.
So last Thursday, we were at the game and we were on the floor. So we obviously got there early and, kind of watched them warm up. So I was recording Max shooting and I was commentating him from behind him. He was laughing. You'll see what he did.
Yeah.
as I
Let's
was
see,
commentating.
Lana.
Let's see where my hand was.
Hold on a
Oh,
second.
sorry. Wrong thing.
Yeah, wrong item. Just kidding.
That's where my hand was. Party pants.
Oh my gosh.
Little flirtation going on there, I see.
It was fun. It was very fun. That game. And last night. Last night was a good time.
It sounds like you had a great time.
It was a very great time. Oh yes, party time.
Yes.
It was. I have not been this hungover in a very, very, very long time.
I can imagine that. Do you know how many glasses of wine you had?
No. And Heather was like, I've never seen you have this much alcohol before. She's like, I've never seen you in this state before. I don't know what's going on. It was good. And it was small plates of food. So, it's good.
Well, those are great pictures. You ladies look beautiful. And it was all for a great cause.
Yes.
And Bougie Sports is always about being involved in great causes. So,
And no one was actually harassed at this dinner.
oh,
No need to harass anyone.
Yeah, there is nobody like that.
Right. All
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
well, that just leads into some of the things we have coming up in Bougie Sports. As you saw really quick with my little mishap with showing my stuff up on the stage. Yvette, you have hold on a second. Jesus Christ. Try this again.
There it
You
is.
have a special guest coming
Yes.
on April 10th.
Woo!
Yeah.
So fill us in and give us a little bit of a preview for those that are not familiar with the boxing world or anything to do with Youngstown. This is a really great time to get acquainted with it. And Yvette, tell us a little more about what you have going on April 10th.
Yeah, it's awesome. I've been anticipating doing this interview. One of Youngstown's legends, Ray Boom Boom Mancini. Not only was he featherweight champion, but he grew up in Youngstown in that era of Crooked City where the mob was big. I know everything all roads lead to that, but it's another fascinating time that I'm so excited that I can talk to him about. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I think that I just am going to treat this more as an interview, not more of just like talking about all his boxing accolades, because there's been many of it, but I'm more interested in like the person, how someone from my town of Youngstown, Ohio can transcend to what he has now. And I was telling you guys earlier, in researching him, I, seen that he was majorly supported by Frank Sinatra, like old Blue Eyes. Like he actually went to his boxing matches, and
Wow.
that talk about legend. It was almost like I had to look at the date for a second because, I don't really remember Boom Boom Mancini as a kid. And I just didn't, but I thought that, Frank Sinatra and him were at a different time, but no, he fought, and Frank Sinatra was a huge fan of him. And so I find it so interesting, and I can't wait to ask him about that. I also find it interesting his great friendship with Ed O'Neill from Married from Children, and another Youngstown native. Again, in researching him, he speaks of him several times and like stories of them growing up, and I can tell that they're really good friends. And that's what I want to talk to him about. I think that stuff is really interesting. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. So you guys look forward for that April 10th.
Great. So we're going to get to see the personal side of Ray Boom Boom Mancini. Yeah. April 10th.
All the greats coming out of Youngstown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. So again, with my mishap, but we're going to go ahead and roll into it and just roll with the punches. But Bougie Sports is actually getting into some big things lately. Mm-hmm. We had a revamp of our website. And we're starting to get some sponsors here. And we wanted to kind of share what we have going on here with a little app called Fast Draft Fantasy. This particular type of gambling is pretty new. You can play anytime. Drafts take as little as 5 minutes. And they are the only rookie-only tournament that you can bet on. And the other thing is, when we met with the Fast Draft folks, the one thing that they didn't mention about the Fast Draft app is that this is a really great app if you're a beginner at sports gambling. Right, Lana?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. It is. It's so easy for the newbies. I mean, from every angle, from the betting angle, from the, building your fantasy team angle, there's so much data in there. So you can make an educated decision on who you're putting onto your team. And yeah, it's all around so user-friendly, because this is, as you know, new to me.
Yeah. One of our listeners, I remember her posting, you guys know Deanna. I'm going to call, I don't want to call her out, but I remember her posting, because I was posting about a parlay on X, and she had said something like she is just terrified of gambling or doing any sort of daily fantasy or anything like that. And I, this is something that probably would be great for her to try. But if you have a chance, download a Fast Draft Fantasy and use code Bougie for a $50 deposit match, or up to $50. So
$50, a free 50.
Yes. Good times.
I mean, that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge. I know. I'm excited to really get down the road of that.
You guys are talking a little fantasy baseball later, aren't you?
Yeah, we are. Yeah. So that brings up our amazing Guardians. You guys are going to the home opener, aren't you?
We have a very, very long day planned.
Okay, so fair.
So let me I'll fill you in on kind of what I know is going to happen so far. Okay. So I know we're going to meet up probably around Thirsty Parrot, Clevelander area, those two bars right there that are connected to each other by Progressive Field, probably around noon. So if you guys are up there, please come in, have a drink, talk to us, hang out with us. It's the kickoff of my birthday, because my birthday is April 13th. We're kicking it off at noon on the 8th. So we're going to hang out up there and watch the game. It starts at 4:10 against the Chicago White Sox, which I want to talk about that in a moment. And as time, after that game is over, then a few of us are going to the Cavs game at 7. So we'll be downtown. Bougie Sports will be taking over downtown from noon to 11 p.m.
Super quick. We have a comment, little off topic, but I wanted to throw it out there because we have somebody asking about what do we think of the UFL. And actually, if you stay tuned in to Bougie Sports on YouTube, we have Posh coming on about 15 minutes after we wrap up, and she'll give you all the tea on the UFL. So carry on with the guards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
let me jump. I just want to jump in there really quick. Posh,
Mhm.
just a real quick shout out to Posh. Yeah, she is doing really well covering the UFL. She's out there, boots on the ground, covering this subject that I don't think is talked about enough. And I'm interested in. I've been seeing things now that it's piqued my interest because Posh, and she's really out there, talking to these people and getting the best content that she can. She's just starting, so I think just follow her and watch her grow, because I think she's gonna kill it in this.
Yeah. And as far as asking what I think about UFL, Pasha's going to be teaching us. So I'll be watching it more as the spring goes on. But I'll have more of opinion on it once I, start helping Posh out and actually watching some of the games and actually learning about it. So,
and you guys have to pick a team.
I know.
That's right.
Teams have cute names.
They do. We were talking about them this week. They are, it's a thing. I mean, I never realized the following that the UFL had.
Yeah.
Or has, I should say. They have it. And, they kicked off their season on Friday night. And Posh is all about it. She's passionate. She's educated. She has great guests. I mean, you can't ask for anything more, really.
Yeah. So we had to take a quick hot second to shout out our newest member of Bougie Sports.
Right.
But so tell us a little more about opening day before we have our guests.
Okay.
We have a few more minutes here.
I gotta kind of be careful how I say this. You two don't even know this. I didn't text you about this. I didn't tell you anything about this. So, and I have to be careful how I say it. So, the mayor, Houston Roughnecks for life.
So anybody but that team.
That sounds serious.
Yeah. That's a UFL team, probably.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
Guardian.
So, I have let's just call it an agreement with Max Spruce. So,
tell me more.
Okay. This is how I'm going to say it. He has to do something before this weekend. Okay, that's very difficult for him to do, actually. So he may not achieve it.
Mm-hmm.
But if he achieves it, I have to wear White Sox gear on opening day downtown for his team.
I mean,
so you made a bet with him?
We can't say it's a bet.
Oh, you made a
made
a friendly agreement?
We have a friendly agreement.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, that's a pretty friendly agreement. That's really shitty if you end up having to wear that.
But then you'll be wearing that to the Cavs game.
Yeah, and then I had to wear that to the Cavs game.
Yeah.
You got to be that person that wears baseball gear to the basketball game.
Wait,
when I get there, I'm gonna be like, "Can I change my clothes?"
Be that guy or
I'll
that
bring
guy.
clothes with me. So, I'll know by Monday.
Okay.
What my attire will be.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, is right. Can you imagine me being in the thirsty parrot and everything and freaking White Sox gear? I'm gonna get murdered.
No, you'll be okay. We got you.
I might have to wear a Guardian shirt under.
Right.
And just be like, whoop. He won't know. Flashing.
Boo.
I'm gonna have a sign. I have to wear this.
There you go.
I have an agreement. I have to wear this.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I lost a bet. You can get a hat that says I lost a bet or something.
That's true.
You lost a friendly agreement.
Yeah, I lost a friendly agreement. Yeah. I love that.
Oh, all right. So we'll see.
I don't know why part of me wants you to lose. I love the drama.
The drama.
I'm like,
it wouldn't be the Bougie Sports without the drama.
Yeah.
Without the fun.
Exactly.
We make it fun here at the Bougie.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. So that's all I know. Hopefully, we see all of you.
Yeah.
In whatever I'm wearing. I don't know.
That could be disastrous.
It'll be good.
All
right.
right. Well, give me just a second here.
Are we? Our guest is he messaging us? We have.
Yes, let's see what he has going
yes.
on.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we have a really dear friend of ours coming on to the Squad Pod tonight. And he's been on here, what, once or two times before?
Times. Two times.
Two times. So third time's
the charm.
Third time's a charm. So let's bring on Jamie and let's give him a very warm welcome.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Hi, not Max Struess. How are you?
Good. You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Good.
Yeah, welcome.
Well, thank you. Really excited to get into some Guardians baseball now that baseball season started, and look forward to chatting with you about not only them but the Akron Rubber Ducks.
Oh yeah,
right on. Well, are you going to the home opener just to start off since we were just talking about it?
I thought about it, and Lana and I are in the same birthday neighborhood.
Yep.
Mine's on the 12th.
Mhm.
What I was thinking about doing is try to go to the Blue Jackets game because they play at 12:30, and then try to get back up to Cleveland to go to the Guardians at 6. So there's like a real tight window though to get there on time. So that's I don't know if it's doable yet. So
Guardians are at 4.
No. You're talking about opening day. I'm talking about on the 12th. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Phew. I was
Yeah,
like,
on the
you're
12th.
never gonna make that.
No. Yes, the 12th is Saturday, and then yours is Sunday.
Yep, I'm Sunday.
Right.
Yeah, I'll be at the Cavs game on my birthday.
Yay.
Yeah.
I will say, when I turned 30, one of the most fun times I had was my wife and I. We went to the last Cavs game, which was fan appreciation. It was a year they didn't make the playoffs. As soon as that game was over, we walked right over Progressive Field for the home opener, the Indians at the time, and that was a full day. So that was on my birthday. So yeah, really enjoyed that.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, you'll like the doubleheader, and you don't have to pay to park twice.
Nice.
Amen to that.
I wish my birthday was in the spring. My crappy ass November cold.
You too cold.
crap
Well,
birthday.
it can still be cold around our birthday too. It can be pretty shitty kitty sometimes.
Yeah, I know for sure.
For sure.
I've been to some cold home openers for sure.
Me too.
Not the one where they built the snowman and put it on top of the dugout.
No.
And did play ball on the top of the dugout. Remember they wrote that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a neat one. But yeah, it can snow here anytime in April.
Mm-hmm. So you are not with Believeland anymore. So tell us about your venture now.
Yeah, correct. Believeland Media, Kevin Sleds. Once again, I owe everything to for being able to cover sports with them in the last 2 to 3 years. He has taken the media group and decided to stay closer to home in Portage County. So he renamed it Small Town Media. And they're going to be coverage Portage County and then a little bit into Stark County with the Alliance schools and the Louisville schools. Right now, I agreed to start covering with Key on Sports. Vince McKee, he's been covering sports for probably a solid 8 years at least. He's put out 14 books, which is incredible.
Wow.
And he has a lot of good people there working for him as well to cover. So I have 3 of my team members that were part of Believeland that are also joining him. And we're going to build up our Stark County coverage down here through Key. So I'm grateful to Vince as well for being able to jump in with them. So first game I'll get to cover will be Friday, April 11th, Canal Park, the Akron Rubber Ducks.
Oh, yeah.
And
Very nice.
You know how it's just a great ballpark. Ticket prices are cheap. Parking's cheap. In fact, on the weekends, if you park in the parking deck behind right field, there's no cost.
Wow.
So that's a good spot too. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. One of the key guys that is going to be down there And the reason why is we get into the Guardians and we talk about who's at second base right now. And yeah, it's Gabriel Arias, but he's really keeping that spot warm for Travis Bazzana, the 2024 #1 overall pick that's going to be in Akron. So it's a good reason to go and see him down in Akron before he gets to Cleveland, because it's not going to be long before he makes that jump.
Yep. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I know it is great to have that little team here close. And Lake County Captains are great too. So if you're always looking to do something local and you don't want to go to the MLB, we have these great minor league teams that you can check out.
Correct.
Awesome. Good. So the Guardians, how are you feeling? Where are your let's start with your happy points. Where are you excited?
Where am I excited? It's another year for Stephen Vogt to be on the bench, and I think he learned a lot from last year. I think the difference, though, that's going to be a little bit more difficult is the AL Central, which had 3 playoff teams last year, could quite possibly have 3 again this year. Now, are we going to get the top spot? It's going to be more difficult to get those road wins in Detroit, in Kansas City. Now, Chicago, the White Sox is a whole different story. Definitely not a good ball club and not ready to compete in the division, but I don't know if we'll hit our win total that we hit last year. Just maybe a little slightly under, but we have an opportunity to get Shane Bieber back at some point this year, get him back on the mound, and that will help hopefully solidify the starting rotation that we didn't have last year.
Oh, I love the. Remember last year when I called him Justin Bieber?
I was giggling. I wasn't laughing at you, Jamie.
No.
I was giggling.
I mean, Shane Bieber.
Shane, Justin, Shane.
Justin,
Yeah,
Shane,
Bieber.
whatever that is name.
Whatever.
You get the picture.
Right?
Well, Justin had the better arm last year, so maybe
That's
he
right.
should have been out there. His arm was
That's right.
perfectly
That's
fine.
right. Yep. Yeah. I'm excited. I mean, they look good so far. I mean, it's early. It's too hard to tell. It's too hard to tell right now, I think. There's really nothing that's giving me pain yet. Yeah.
I mean, they're in San Diego again tonight. They're 2-2, so it's a big opportunity to just not fall under 500. You just last year we had such a great April as well. Great start. It was the best start we had. They kept throwing up a lot of things throughout the season last year that said hasn't been done since 1948, which is the last year we won a World Series, right? So you kept seeing that all year, and it's like, are we a team of destiny or not? But unfortunately, we ran into the buzzsaw that was the Yankees in the ALCS, and now with their torpedo bats there, they are going to be that much more difficult to strike out.
I just heard this torpedo news yesterday. I was like, what is happening?
It's
Cheating Yankees?
Can you tell us a little bit about what the controversy is over the torpedo bat?
I know.
Yeah, because I've seen a little bit, and I was like, "What's going on with this?"
So the torpedo bat, they're trying to take the most amount of the wood and put it in the sweet spot of the bat.
That's what she
instead
said.
of making. I totally missed that one. Sorry. Was it the hand gesture or?
I just said that's what she said.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
That was fantastic.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
No, we want to know.
No, so they're loading up more. No, I can't do it. So in the center of the bat, there is more dead tree than there used to be. Where it used to be evenly balanced out, more towards the end of the bat. So now the sweet spot is larger. Is that okay to say?
Oh. Yes. Get it.
Well, then why can't
Excellent.
everybody have the same bats then?
I believe they have. I'm sure it's not a like a Cleveland Guardians thing or a New York Yankees thing. I think each player is allowed to pick their specific bat. So maybe they have a contract with one bat over another. But if you look throughout the season, they'll be different. That's for the guard. Is the G for Guardians?
Yes.
Yes.
The Guardian
Good,
squad is
good.
real.
Yes.
Good.
I saw this meme though. I saw this meme today, and I was laughing so hard. And it was this really small baseball player, was like, and it had this giant mitt on, and it's like Yankees got new gloves. And this glove was like,
I did see that for Aaron Judge.
yeah,
Oh
and
my
then it
God.
was like this baseball player, this big, and I swear to God, I laughed. I think I was still drunk today. I don't know. I was laughing hysterically.
That is funny.
It was really funny. Those Yankees.
Damn
I-
Yankees.
Damn.
I want to ask you, what is your favorite part about going to the ballpark? And I know,
Ooh.
Lysandra, you went to Coors Field last year, right?
Yeah, but I no, actually, wait, I did. It was I forgot. It was. I mean, it's
It was
nice.
amazing.
No, Coors Field is actually it's a pretty field. It's more of like a classic kind of field. I took a tour of it when I was in high school. Just a funny backstory. I took a sports history class during in between. They used to have this class, special class program you can take, and I chose sports history and learned a lot about baseball history and got to tour Coors Field and see. It's a very beautiful field. And then I got to see Progressive Field last year. I went to the game the day after the 4th of July, and I got to see like the Motown fireworks. And I really like, and it's not even because maybe I'm a little biased, but I really love the atmosphere of Progressive Field, or the Jake, as some people call it.
Mhm.
It just feels a lot. I just feel like a lot more history with it. And the best part of a ball game is just everybody getting together, grabbing a drink and a hot dog, and just connecting and just chilling and enjoying the weather and enjoying the game. And that's my favorite part, is just connecting with all my friends. I mean, I watch the game too, but a lot of baseball is just very social to me. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think, and I think this goes for any of our Cleveland sports, really, if you think about it. I mean, we love our tailgating, our pre-gaming, our,
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah.
And, we all get together. It's just, there's something about hanging out with fellow Clevelanders. I don't know. And we're all on the same team. We are such a unique fan base.
I love the camaraderie. I love it. I
Me
love it.
too.
Yeah.
Like we are all together. We're all about our team. We fight each other about our team, but don't you freaking mess with any of us, with the other ones there.
Don't mess with the family.
You're right. Exactly. We'll argue like siblings, but don't mess with the family. But anyway, and I love that too. I love a good, not too hot day. I'm going to sound like the, Goldilocks here. Not too hot and not too cold. But, I love that perfect day. Sitting out there, a little bit of sun, a little bit of beer. I don't want to think about beer right now, but a little bit of beer.
Baseball games are a fun atmosphere, It's just
So
like
fun.
It's a total vibe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a total vibe. Yeah.
It's almost like a vacation from the Browns. 'Cause the
Right?
Browns, when you go to a Browns game, you carry that L for the next 6 days. You know what I mean? When a Guardians game, if they happen to lose, I mean, don't get me wrong, if it's a playoff game and
Yeah.
we just lost and we're done for the season, that's tough. But the Browns losses, I think, just weigh so much harder than anything in baseball because there's so many games. One loss, I mean,
It's true.
you come out and you play the next day. It's a new day. It's a new game, and it's enjoyable. I'm really looking forward to the blue seats that should be done. More of the standing room only. What the heck's it called? Where you can buy the whole month.
Ballpark passes.
Yes. So that's a really neat thing, and that helps everybody be social. I don't know about you, but if you guys have been to games where you're sitting as a group, and then if you're like, you got 8 people and they're like all down the same row, you talk to like 1, maybe 2 people. But
Mhm.
when you're out there and you're just standing on the porch, or you're standing out in right field now, or in the top of left field, you know,
Mhm.
everybody can kind of move around and socialize
Mhm.
during the game.
Yeah.
So, because
Yeah.
there's not always action going on out there. So,
No.
yeah, I think for having a group go together, whether it's a family, whether it's a group of friends, the baseball parks, and then the character that the parks have themselves over the NFL stadiums. I'm sorry, I'm biased. I love the baseball stadiums, and to me, it's just that's my goal. I want to get to as many of them as possible. So
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know somebody right now who's actually going across the country to all the NFL stadiums. So they go to like 3 or 4, a season.
mhm.
They love doing that, but and NFL's their thing. So,
Yeah.
that's their thing to do. But I think that's a really cool thing.
You know who has
to
really cool
do.
stadiums? I know this is like soccer premier leagues. Like the
Oh,
soccer
I
leagues.
didn't know this.
Oh my god, their stadiums are out of insane.
Oh yeah, soccer
In the
stadiums are
UK and
ridiculous.
stuff like that. Holy crap.
Oh.
We got a viewer question here. What do you think of Cincinnati?
Is that for the group?
I guess, or
you-
maybe
you go
you. I'm not a baseball
Me?
connoisseur.
Yeah,
Basketball's my
maybe
first sport.
The chili, like, be more. Like, what part of Cincinnati? What are we talking about?
Maybe well, I mean, we're talking
Like,
about
what-
baseball, so maybe the
We're talking about
Reds
the
or their
Reds.
stadium.
Well,
The
Terry
Reds.
Francona is now the manager down there.
Oh, that's
Um,
right.
So that's, I think, a lot of the attention now that they're getting for the Reds, and hope for a much better season, because they've struggled for a long time now, and they're hoping Terry's going to be able to turn that around. They got some nice young players. Are they ready to go to the playoffs? I don't think yet. There's a pretty competitive division. Pittsburgh's trying to get out of that basement. Have the best pitcher in baseball with Paul Skeens, but with the Cubs, the Brewers again, could quite possibly win the NL Central. So, do the Reds make the playoffs this year? No, but I definitely see him. There's got to be improvement with Terry being the manager. So.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Wow.
I haven't been paying attention to that.
Hey Lana, you know what we need to do to lift
Oh!
our guards?
We have to do it. I have to turn it around. Yes. So everyone, get your stadium mustard out. So we've done this this will be our second year of doing this. So last year we did this. This is actually Janie's idea, that we were going to let's do a shot of stadium mustard to cheer on our Guardians at the start of the season. And look what happened last year. We
Carried
made
us
it
to the
into October
ALCS.
baseball. We made it to October baseball, you guys.
Yeah,
It's the mustard.
it is.
And of all days of me doing a shot of mustard.
Oh, I know.
So let me see. Hold on. Watch out if you open it up, though. It's like champagne.
It's
Yeah,
not
that's why I
supposed
got
to.
like a. Oh, it is gross. It's all
It'll
oozing
shoot
out.
out at you, you guys. It will shoot out at you.
Yeah, I don't
So
need
you-
anything squirting all over me now.
You. So if you're at home and you want to join us, grab your stadium mustard. Now, in my experience of doing shots of stadium mustard, you should not put it in a cup because it is too thick to do. So you just gotta tilt your head back, let it fly.
Very
How long do you squeeze for?
You squeeze as long as you can handle it, I guess. I don't know.
I'm so trying to not say anything.
Just say it.
I'm just saying it in my head a million times.
Yeah, we can hear you gripping over there.
I know.
Like,
If that's
oh
like
my
if,
God.
if that's
The
in
12-year-old boy and her sitting there like,
I wear everything out.
pain, she's in pain because she can't say anything right now.
Yeah.
You can just let it rip. All right, so
Well, when
Let's
this
all
is done, I have a little bit of a championship cocktail I got put together.
what do you have?
Do you want me to start?
Yes. You're our guest.
Well,
You go.
first of all, I'm going to use my Louisville Leopards, home of the 2025 Division III state champion boys basketball team. Proud of my alma mater.
Very good. Very good.
I'm going to use this mug, and actually, this goes out to Andy tonight. For
Oh,
Dog
boy.
Chug. So let's do a little bit of combo. So I'm going to go ahead and put my Burtmans in the mug and on my sock. Hopefully not on my keyboard.
Here it's working.
All right. That's sure. I bet that sounded really good on the microphone.
Kind of like
And
a
then I'm going to have to add. Well, I'll tell you what I'm not going to add. I'm not going to add this shitty ketchup. You know why? Where's it made at? Pittsburgh.
Oh,
Oh, hi Pittsburgh.
we don't
But
like that.
I did bring Cleveland ketchup.
Yeah, Cleveland ketchup.
That's
I'm
the
going to put a
spirit.
little bit of that in there.
Cocktail.
That's the spirit.
I'm feeling very on Cleveland right now that I'm not doing something like this.
This really seemed like a good idea, but right now it's a mess.
Yeah, kind
But
of.
if we win the World Series, it's all worth it.
That's
Yes.
right.
Which we all want in October to remember.
Yeah.
Lakes.
A little bit
You're
of
putting that
Oktoberfest.
over that?
Oh, and then he's gonna slam it.
Oh, blah.
Oh, man.
Today's not the day. Today's not the day.
Oh, come on, Lana. Where's your team spirit?
God. Last night,
And then
gave all my
I think we all agree we would like to have for Christmas a Guardians World Series championship this year.
Heck yeah, let's go, Guards.
All I want
So-
for
Oh my gosh,
Christmas.
you're putting that in there too?
A little Christmas ale.
This
He's
is a
cooking.
challenge to Andy.
Okay, yeah, we gotta.
And last,
You got a
Yes.
quick tip for Andy, Lysandra.
Yes.
Lana, this is
Yeah.
for you.
Oh!
Since I don't have any of your cookies,
Oh!
the Cookie Exchange Milk Stout.
I just
Oh my god.
I made them yesterday too. How funny.
Terrible pour, by the way.
Oh Jesus,
Dude,
that looks.
rough. That
Are you
looks
getting-
so rough.
We got somebody calling out
Next
ingredients.
flicker.
here.
I feel so boring. I'm having.
I know. Like, thanks a lot.
I knew
Jim.
we needed to take it up a notch because last year it got us to the ALCS, but we need something a little bit more this year.
Yes.
We do. I
So
agree.
to the Guardians and a World Series championship.
To the Guardians, World Series.
Right.
Go
I-
Guards! Woo!
I'll just like. Oh gosh.
Mm.
And that'll do it tonight.
And last year,
That's amazing. I'm like,
Now I got permanent duck face.
last year, I'm gonna say what I said last year after we did that. That needs meat.
I need some meat now.
That needs meat.
oh my gosh.
So
Brats in the fridge now. That actually wasn't terrible. I'm not
want
gonna
a hot
lie.
dog.
I kind of
I'm gonna get
enjoyed
a
it.
hot dog after this.
That
I want a
actually was not the greatest.
Yeah.
you had
He's
a
like,
very
excuse
weird-
me while I go vomit.
But like I said, it's worth it if our Guardians win a World Series this year.
This is so true. This is so true. I think
Ugh.
we
Well,
got
what was that, Lana? Sorry.
we got to get those past those damn Yankees.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, really, we just have our, every team has their team, right? Like we got the dumb Celtics and we've got the Ravens. We've got,
Yeah.
all across this town, we have our rivals.
Well, all of that shot taking got me in the mood to talk about fantasy baseball.
Yeah,
Let's
our
do it.
last topic before we jump on. I can't believe we're almost to an hour already. We
Oh,
got,
time flies when you're having
we
fun.
got 10
man.
minutes to go.
Yeah.
So we need your help a little bit, James, because we have our app. We've got our teams, right?
Yeah.
So like now what do we do? I mean, how do we move?
I have my stuff up here and I'm pulling up baseball and I just want to get, I guess maybe you can kind of fill people in on like tips and all the different things about, that you can kind of, put in a little nutshell here about fantasy baseball for the beginner.
Well, Yvette, I know you love fantasy football, but I got to go back to the roots of where everything started with baseball.
Is that where it
So,
started?
with fanny, yeah. So
Huh.
there used to be a board game called Stratomatic Baseball where you could do stats and roll dice and stuff. All dumb shit we did as a kid. But it was a lot of fun. But fantasy baseball has been going strong, and that's where football really fed off of it. But with baseball, there's more day to day. So what you got to do with your roster is make sure that your player has a game that day. At least in our Yahoo league. If your pitcher, your starting pitcher is pitching, you'll see a green check mark for that day. Now, what could happen? Could there be a rain out? Could there be like Tanner Bybee? Tanner was supposed to pitch the first game for the Guardians, and he ended up being sick. So even though he had the green check, yeah. So even though he had the green check mark for that day, he didn't start till I think it was Sunday. But anyways, as long as your players have a game that day, that's where you want them in your starting lineup. Like all your pitchers, your bullpen pitchers, you can just leave them in there. They, obviously they're not pitching every day. They may pitch 2 days in a row and have the third day off, most likely. So, if what you want to do is just keep an eye on if they pitch back-to-back days, you'll know that they don't play the next day.
Okay.
If you don't have anybody to fill the spot, leave them in the starting spots. You'll just accumulate points, whether it's your ERA, your strikeouts, your WHIP. You'll still accumulate those stats. I just leave my bullpen guys in there
Okay.
Okay.
for both saves and holds. So saves is your Emmanuel Clases. Your holds are your Kate Smith, Hunter Gaddis. So those are your setup guys that get the ball to the ninth inning.
Okay.
It sounds like a lot.
It's, you know what? It's
There's
not
a lot
That
of
is-
players
yeah,
in
but-
that.
Typical. She's sitting back like this sounds like
Yeah.
too much.
Like I don't play fantasy baseball or basketball. I tried both. But
I do
I
basketball.
wasn't successful at either.
basketball was the hardest.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
And
know more basketball than football, but I find basketball way harder.
It is harder. It is hard.
Yeah.
Well, and you would have been proud of me, Pod Mom, because I had and I sent Jamie a picture. You saw all my papers. When I was
With
drafting,
baseball?
there were only four of us drafting live. Remember, everybody else had themselves on auto draft, and I was like, no, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna learn, and I'm gonna do this. And I had each position written out by like the player.
Yeah.
And I had them all in a row, like I was in a diamond, you know.
And you
That's
can
awesome.
pre-rank all those in
You're
Yahoo
doing
too.
research like a general manager should when you own a team. Don't be Jimmy Haslip over here.
That's right.
You own your team. You got to make sure you pick the right people. You don't
That's
wanna
right.
swing and miss,
Nobody's gonna
man.
call me Jimmy.
No swing and missing on these fantasy teams.
Mm-mm.
No way.
But yeah, it's a long season, but it's a good time.
Yeah, it is. I was just sitting there trying to. I was like, wait a minute. Now I don't know what to do. I mean, I knew it was operating.
I'm already
obviously
drafted
in
fantasy
Minecraft,
football
but-
leagues, man. I was like, this year, I was like, I'm not doing fantasy football leagues. Remember, I told you guys last year, I'm not doing as many as I did last year. I'm not doing
How many did you
them.
have last year?
Like
How many
14 maybe.
14
14
teams.
leagues?
14 leagues, and most of them were
Jeez.
charity leagues. Okay.
Yeah,
And
which is good. You got to do that.
yes. Now,
Charity hasn't, you just donated your money to the league or donated the money to charity for a good cause?
yeah, you just like make a donation to charity, but you still play. I'm not the kind of person that's going to not play. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But it's, becomes a lot and then it becomes stressful. And I'm already drafted a team this year, already a basketball team. Like for real. It's like it worked. But okay, it's all right. But basketball's different, and that's take us back to the fast drop app.
That's right.
Management, but you do basketball, so it's a little bit different. You're draft and done. Do you guys
Yeah.
is there something like that in the fantasy baseball world? Do they have those type of formats where you can play like that, or is it just daily or weekly baseball?
Ours is head to head weekly.
Mm-hmm.
but it's obviously daily. You accumulate your points daily. No different than football. If you play Thursday or Saturday or Sunday or Monday,
Mhm.
it's just Monday through Sunday for the league though. Right now, this first week, since it wasn't a full week, they actually do this week as part of the first week, if you will, because it's combined because it wasn't a full week during the opening days.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
True.
have one more quick question on baseball fantasy. Like as far as football fantasy, it's hard to find people that you put in a league that are active that are going to set their lineup. Now with baseball, that's a lot of work. So is it harder than to find league mates or people that play consistently to have a league for so long?
It depends. We all go through it because we play for fun. There's no money involved in our league. So therefore, if somebody's on vacation, there's a button you can hit and set your roster for the week.
Mhm.
But if there's a rain out or
You have
a
to
guy
hit a
gets,
button. That's too much work.
yeah, okay, yeah, 14 leagues, 14 football leagues. You can't do one baseball league. I think you could do it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can set it that way, but you only know the starting pitchers start so far in advance because all it takes is like a rain out to make it off one day. That's why it's important just to take a peek, look for the green check marks. If your starters are pitching, make sure they're in the starting lineup. Don't get me wrong, everybody leaves somebody on the bench sometimes because maybe somebody was a late scratch start, so that pitcher got the pitch and start that night. So, but like I said, it's for fun. It's to enjoy it. Sometimes we're on autopilot, but everybody in the league, I got rid of one team and then added 3. So everybody, I think, will be pretty active, and nobody's going to lose their mind if somebody doesn't do their roster for a week.
Yeah. True.
I mean,
Well, thank you.
If I was the
Yeah.
commissioner of that league, I'd be like, "You're out."
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you for inviting us to be in the league too. That was nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
And
appreciate
thanks
having you.
for all of the tips. I'm
Yeah.
gonna thoroughly go through my lineup and see what I could do to optimize it because that's just how I
Yeah.
am.
I do. I need to do some work.
Yeah.
For me, for baseball, it's like the NFL, where if it's a Thursday night game and it's the freaking Jets and the Panthers, and you could really give a shit less, but you have a player that's actually on the team that for your fantasy team, then it actually matters. It's the same difference with baseball. Baseball, Sunday night baseball could be on, and it could be 2 teams you really don't care about, but if you have a starting pitcher going that night, or maybe a hitter on the other team, it gives you more purpose to actually watch it. So
Yep.
Great. Well, thank you for coming on and talking to us for a little while.
That
It's always
Lana.
good to see you.
yeah, I just
I
want
forgot I had. Go ahead, Jamie. Really
Yes.
quick.
No, I just
ahead.
want to talk to you and say congratulations on all the success you guys are having, getting sponsors, all the stuff that you guys do behind the scenes. You know, our show right now is still on a hiatus. We're trying to put it back together, the Land Sports Show. So I see the work that you guys put in and understand the time involvement and the dedication that it takes. And it's tough to have a group to be able to do that. And you guys do it fantastically. So
Oh, thank
you. We
you.
appreciate
congratulations on all
that.
your success.
Thank you. Yeah, and we do have some big.
I don't know if it's him talking or the drink he just made.
No, that's me.
Dale.
No, I know that you're always.
That was- yeah,
I have
for real.
3 partially open beers right now, and I don't know that that's all.
You better
gonna go
finish
on
them, man.
tonight. Yeah.
Yep, you gotta do it. And before we end the show, we do have some very big bougie news that we want to save to the very end. So we are very glad that we have you on with us too to hear this big news. So Lysandra,
Okay.
take it away.
Okay. Well, I have decided to come back.
Oh.
I am freaking out.
Yeah. So my plan is to leave the Mile High City and be in Cleveland by June. So that is the big news that I've been kind of teasing for a couple of weeks. We ran into a couple setbacks in between, but we still have the plan to move forward. We're ready to go back home. So I'm super
Outstanding.
excited to have our hot girl summer.
It's underway. It's underway.
Yes.
Started.
Yes.
That'll be great to have you home.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Now, are you going to be home in time for the Cavs championship parade? That's the question.
I hope so. I mean, my kids end school the end of May. So I say June just because, you need a couple days, but I intend to be there for a parade.
So here's what's going to happen. You're going to move back in June. The Cavs are going to play the Nuggets in the finals, and they're going
That's
to win
gonna
the
be-
championship in Denver, and you're not there.
I know. What kind of bullshit would that
We'll
be?
be celebrating this for
You
him.
know that's how it's going
Can
to
you
go.
imagine?
Once you get here, we're flying to Denver. Then we're gonna see the game, and then
Yeah, I mean, we have somewhere to stay. My mom has a big ass house.
there you go. We already have lodging.
Mhm.
We're good to go.
Very
Oh my
good.
gosh, I know. I am so excited.
Yeah, so that was the big news, and outside of that, I can't wait to see you guys. But again, before we go, we need to remind you all to subscribe.
Yeah.
Always, yes, subscribe to Bougie Sports
There you go.
at Bougie Sports on YouTube, and you can check us out on bougiesports.net.
It's a great place.
It's a beautiful
It's a
place.
great place.
Yep.
It's a great
Beautiful
place.
place.
All right, and then we will be, and the Squad Pod is actually going to have a second
Yes.
podcast in April on April 22nd. We have Wrestling Wind Down joining us, another female podcast. She is all about pro wrestling, 100%. She's amazing. If you don't, find her on X at Wrestling Wind Down, and she's going to join us to break down WrestleMania. Be 2 days
Yes.
after WrestleMania.
Woo! That's gonna be fun. When is that again? April 22nd.
April 22nd at 8 p.m. Tuesday night at 8 p.m.
Yes.
Yep.
So see you there.
Lots of stuff going down in April, man. It's gonna
There's
be
a lot.
busy.
It's a
busy
great
month.
month.
Best month of the year.
The best month of the year, Jamie.
I want what's his name to win? Story, the guy, Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
Oh!
Well, yes, we always want Cody Rhodes to win, but I think it'll be John Cena. But whatever. I
I
think
watched
it's
like
gonna be
3
glad.
hours of wrestling. So ask me anything.
That's right.
I'll tell you anything. I actually could tell you things about the bad wrestlers. Have you seen that show, you guys? The Dark Side of the Ring.
Some of
Yeah.
it, yeah, it's a
No,
great.
I've heard
There's-
it's so good, though.
There's a new episode coming out, I think, this week.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
I'll be
Yeah.
on it.
Like on one of your lazy rainy days when you want to get into something. You should
I'll
watch
watch
it.
Good
it.
stuff.
It's like freaky, some of the things on
It
there.
is.
Ooh,
And
okay.
Yvette, you were talking
seen
about
Haven't
you
seen
were
that
talking
stuff.
about like the Premier League stadiums and stuff.
Yeah.
You should have got a taste of WWE here in the last week or so with their European tour. And listening
I've seen
to-
the last one in London.
Their fans are unbelievable. Unbelievable
They are.
how they chant and are really into the matches. And I know the wrestlers love it. That fan interaction and singing along to the theme songs, to the chants, but yeah, that's
I'm telling
Is there a better theme song than that? Cody Rhodes. Like that's a banger.
No, Disturbed. I love that song. Oh, that whole yes, and
Cody Rhodes is like opening song.
it's so good. I'll
So
tell you one thing
good.
though. I'll tell you one thing before we jump off here.
Mhm.
In Cleveland, that Monday Night Raw in Cleveland that we were at, when we were yeeting, that was like a religious experience. That yeet was like being in church. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say
Mhm.
the entire
People
city
love
of
that.
Cleveland yeeting. I
Yeah.
don't know if yeeting is a verb, but it is now.
My religious experience was when I went to Raw out here in Denver and Bray Wyatt came out and it
Oh yes,
Who's
And-
that?
their cell
He's
phone.
deceased.
It
Who
was
is it?
live to
Bray
see.
Wyatt.
I was.
Oh, is he on Dark Side of the Ring now?
I
Who
don't know.
is that? Is he died?
Yeah, he passed
He
away.
did,
Bray
but
Wyatt.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like on Dark Side of the Ring way or like normal?
No, I think
No,
COVID.
I think- yeah.
Okay,
It was
like Dark
COVID
Side of the
Yeah.
Ring.
No, not like the dark
Heart
way.
was, like, tied
No.
off,
It wasn't like the fucked up dark way.
and they just like wiped his body off and left the blood there, and they still wrestled. Cody Hart. I think it was Cody Hart, right? The one that died on the ring in the ring when he was doing the stunt.
Eddie Guerrero.
Owen Hart.
No.
Owen Hart
Eddie
fell.
Guerrero
Owen
died
Hart,
in the
yeah.
hotel room. The
Yep.
women died in the ring.
Apparently, I need to watch this.
Yes, he died.
That
in
one
the-
was
Cody
tough.
Hart.
I was
Isn't
at Buffalo Wild Wing watching that live when he
Oh, you
fell
saw it
and-
live.
Well, I didn't see it because at the camera they were doing a promo prior to the match. But when they came back, you could see the looks on Jerry King Lawler and Ross's face that something was going on in the ring. So, it's not. I'm sure you saw it, Yvette.
Yeah.
It's not part of the storyline, and and then Jeff Jarrett and Deborah McMichael, they're like getting ready to have a match, and they're doing their promo in the back before they go out, and like Deborah McMichael's like in tears, and it was crazy that the show
you
went
see
on.
the indent
Yeah.
of his body in the ring still.
That's totally nasty.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll
And
have
his
to watch
wife,
it. I'll have
who's
to
a
watch
doctor
it.
now, sued them. And I don't think her and Ed McMahon or is it Ed McMahon? What? Ed
Vince.
McMahon. Vince.
Vince.
Ed McMahon is the Star Search
Yes.
guy.
Yes,
I
that's
told you
correct.
that's 3 hours. Unless somebody murdered someone on the ring, I don't know.
I love you, girl.
But I know all the wrestlers, like the Van brothers, the
I thought
weirdos.
Lana was
That's-
frozen for a
that's
minute,
your-
but she was just still laughing.
What? All right, this is taking a turn, pivoting
Oh God.
to the dark side of my weirdness. We're gonna do it. We should do a podcast later on about all
The
these
dark side of
stories
the
on
ring?
Dark Side
With
of the
Ed
Ring.
McMahon.
should.
We're gonna
With
watch.
Ed
Ed
McMahon.
McMahon.
Sign
And
me up
Justin
for that.
Bieber.
I'm gonna sign you up on the Ed McMahon show.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That Ed McMahon's a bad guy.
Oh, well, we better jump off. Our girl Posh needs to come.
Yes.
on for
Oh,
her
yeah.
adult
Yes.
podcast, so we'll get out of her way here. And everybody have a great night. Go Guards. We will be posting where we're at, and we'll see you downtown. I hope April 8th.
Have a great night.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks again.